quite a journey today. It was kind of difficult for me when we got way up on the island because I thought about the young men who were drowned from my community this spring at Fiddleheady time, and I was trying to set that aside, but it was difficult because we were right in the spot where their boat went right out from under them because they were overloaded, and there was like 5 of them, and they had 350 pounds of fiddleheads besides. It was like, I just kept thinking about that, so it was kind of difficult that way. But I went on the island and walked around where the old ancient village. There were 60 wigwams there at Quahog, and there was a council house right in the center of the community. And the trees are like the old, twisted, gnarled up trees. They were old, and they reminded me of the ancient ones. So that was quite special walking around there. It's difficult to go back in time because they want you to talk about the old stories. Then you go back there in your mind, and then all of a sudden they want you to talk about what it's like today. So it's real hard to make that switch because you literally go back when you're thinking about the stories and the way it used to be. But as we were down here, we actually went up the Nash Rock for a little ways, and when we were just coming out around the mouth of the Nash Rock River, we ran into some mallards. And they were just playing in the water, just kind of bobbing around, on the tiny waves, and it just, reminded me of what some of the things that we said, that we have to speak for them. We have to speak for them. I think that when, we do have to take time for ourselves. We have to take that break when we feel like we're coming to that point where we're getting burnout. Think about what our people have been through for generations. We've fought that struggle. What you do, there's times when you have to stop. You have to stop and rest and replenish your energy. And then again, the time will come when you'll come out swinging again. Like it ain't going to stop until it's over. It's not over till it's over, right? You win the battle. And so that's kind of like the way it is. And when you replenish, you'll also, as you spend your thoughts and everything, new ideas will come. Once you stop for a while and rest and replenish, you also replenish your ideas. And then the things come together and things come apart, and they come together and they come apart. And after a while it takes on a rhythm of its own. And that was the purpose of, hopefully we'll be able to do it, is to organize ourselves in an alliance, a peace and friendship alliance. There are issues we all have still. We live here, we've been living here together for 500 years, and we still haven't sat down to talk to each other. I think this is probably the closest we've come to bringing ourselves together. And I think that we have to, when I work with the residential school survivors and I watched the process that they went through in their healing process, they had to go through that pain again. They had to share stories, and it was like taking themselves through that again in order to heal from it. Otherwise, they just continue. It won't go away by itself. We managed to form new understanding. Like for me, I would love to hear the story of the Acadian story. I have never heard that from an Acadian. And the Acadians have a story. They have a history here. They have a story. And so, why can't we share these and share it in a good way? We'll share the good, we'll share the painful. But it will form it'll strengthen relationships, and it'll form understandings, clear understandings. And I know there are two real, probably the bottom line issues. For one, for us, is the land issue. And then because I hear from people out there, the other issue on the other side is basically is the issue of paying taxes, and that we get everything for nothing. But I hear that idea that's, you know, spoken of out there. That's a belief. But I think if we shared our stories with one another, and even and for the English too, the English speaking people, and so that's, you know, even between the French and the English, there needs to be that sharing of stories also, and other people. You know, not everybody is French or English. There's other people here too. So, you know, if we could form an alliance and form circles and try to see if we can't come to a common relationship, something that's for the betterment of all. And I think fighting to protect the environment is some, and the air. The water and the air and the land, especially, because I mean that benefits all of us. And you know, I was in ceremony with many ceremonies with many people, even people from South America, and with some of those people, they have been in their ceremonies for so long. They've never ever there's been a continuity from the beginning of time for them. That they have never strayed from their original teachings. And I went into ceremonies with them, and I guess for me it was a learning. It was a learning, and it gave me like a measuring stick of to be able to see how much we've lost even, and how far we have to go to reconnect with the original teachings. We were all, the world was given, people of the world were given original teachings in the beginning of time. And they, you know, we were taught how to live and how to walk on this land, on the earth, in a respectful way. And the earth was good to us. We didn't have to manage the earth. We didn't have to go out of our way to clean the earth or to manage the earth. The earth managed very well. All we had to do was say thank you. And I remember saying that to one of these coastal, I was invited to a conference like coastal management, where they're managing everything. And I remember telling them, although, why are you managing it? You know, it seems to be getting worse from your management. Just say thank you, why don't you? They never ever thought about it like that. They never thought that concept or that idea wasn't in their thinking. And so, like somebody was saying earlier, when somebody was talking earlier, you know, about the children, and would we want to have children? Why do we bring children into the world? Well, and what came to my mind was something that one of my elders told me quite a long time ago. He said, if you want to see your ancestors, look in the eyes of your children. So they must have believed in reincarnation. They must have believed that souls of our forefathers chose to come back into this world here. And I tend to believe that that's true.